Alright, so we are now on Section 11. Hello if you're watching this on YouTube. Welcome back for Section 11 of Heian-Kyo, the 5.5 Lostbelt. Before I begin, please be sure to drop a subscribe and a like. It would be very much appreciated. But without further ado, we will continue with Section 11 now, Genji Killer, the first half. Oh boy, oh boy. Hopefully nobody actually dies, and this is just, I don't know what I hope it is. I just hope nobody actually dies. Oh, that's devastation. The eastern edge of Heian-Kyo at the outskirts of Goju Street. The other side of the Kamogawa, a little ways off from the city limits. Under normal circumstances, it would be a quiet, desolate place, but today, there are people gathered in mass. A group of Genji warriors, experienced killers of monsters one and all, wordlessly surround their target. That target, a humanoid demon riding atop an enormous Tsuchigumo. Hello, big guy. So you have me surrounded. I see, you do not fear this great Tsuchigumo, no matter how it towers over you. You do not run, you do not scream. Instead, you fearless warriors only grip your swords even tighter. You are clearly not ordinary people. No, we are not. We are Genji warriors. We are the vassals of Lady Minamoto no Raiko, entrusted by the Minister of the Left with the protection of Kyo. Now, who are you, demon, and what are you doing here riding atop a great Tsuchigumo? Genji. Genji, you say? So there are Genji here as well. Did you hear that, Kuga Mimi no Mikasa? Seems we will at last get to make our long-held wish come true. Listen well, warriors of Genji. I am poison. I am cold steel. I am the embodiment of hatred. I am the Genji clan's end. I am a heroic spirit corpse that has materialized here in Heian-Kyo, along with the great Tsuchigumo, Hashojin Saiha. No, that's not quite right. Even as a corpse, my wrath is as strong as ever. I'm Sakyo Taira no Kagekyo, and I have come to bring death to the whole of your clan. Now die, Genji, one of the Taira warriors. If you are a remnant of the Eastern Rebellion, then we cannot let you leave here alive. I believe this is grown-up Ushi. Death comes. The demonic figure was true to their word. Riding atop the great monstrosity, the third of the general gods, they rampaged through Kyo with an army of Tsuchigumo at their command. Sakya Taira no Kagekyo, the fourth of the general gods. Not a single Genji warrior was left alive in the demon's wake. With every step the demon took, more Genji perished. Every swing of the demon's blade reaped a harvest of Genji lives. There remains nowhere safe in all of Kyo for the Genji. Oh snap. Back to here. First half, a support-only mission. Okay, you'll form your party immediately before the battle begins. I wonder how things are at the palace right now. I hope the Emperor, Lady Shoshi, and Lord Michinaka are all right. I was already on my way here in my carriage before the night fell in the middle of day. Before that red moon hung in the sky and the demonic tree towered over us. Well, I arranged it that way. Anyway, don't worry. It's okay, Limbo is still Ashidoman, even if only just, so he won't kill them anytime soon. He may be a carnivorous beast disguised as a man, but he's still human in small ways. He's going to want as large an audience as he can get, at least up until his wish is granted. So just relax. Oh, and don't forget, Lord Michinaka is there too. He may not be a warrior or an onmyoji himself, but he truly has the devil's own luck. And above all, when he speaks, people listen. In the West, there was once a conqueror by the name of Caesar. He was said to be a great orator. And I suspect that Lord Michinaka is every bit his equal. Lord Seimei. Very well, I understand. There will come a time when the Genji will need to invade the palace and rescue the people trapped there. But for now, it seems we can trust that they are safe. I'm relieved to hear you say that, Lord Seimei. Raiko, how come you can hear him when he isn't actually saying anything? Ah, That's true, isn't it? How strange. We're only reading his words floating in the air, but it feels as though he's right here with us. Once this is all over, I wonder if this method of communication will become more common. Yeah, 1,000 years in the future, yes. Oh my, you don't say. That's amazing, Lord Abe no Seme. I can't believe you're showing us something from 1,000 years in the future. It's almost as though you're peering across time itself, as though you were a traveler making a very, very long journey. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I wonder what kind of clock you use. Clock? You mean that thing that uses water to tell time? A water clock, yes. It's a machine that uses flowing water to measure the passage of time. Yeah, that. That water clock's the one thing I hate guarding. It always puts me right to sleep. Yes, I can see how I'd be ill-suited to that sort of thing. You need a fair amount of knowledge to build and maintain one of those devices. Fine by me. Other people can take their water clock duties, and I can take my guard duties. To each their own. Now, speaking of time, it's been 1 hour since Danzo went out on patrol, huh? She ought to be back by now. Oh, speak of the devil. I've returned, and I have a report to make. The 3rd and 4th General Gods have materialized at Gojo Street near the Kamogawa. Literally can't summon more than 2 at a time, which is good. Most likely, which would mean there are hard limits to Limbo's summoning capabilities. And let's not forget, he already has used the Holy Grail to summon 7 heroic spirits not too long ago. So if Limbo needs 3 more heroic spirit souls to grant his wish, the easiest way for him to get them would be to summon at least 3 simultaneously and feed their souls to the pseudo tree of emptiness all in one go. But instead he's only summoning 2 at a time, and right near the edge of my all-encompassing bounded field at that. Why would he do such a thing? Even if he can't summon them right at the tree itself, the sensible move would be to summon 3 more in separate locations and have them head for Suzuka Gate at the same time. That way we would have no choice but to split our forces to stop them. So the fact that he isn't doing that must mean he can't. What else can you tell us, Lady Danzo? If this took place at the eastern end of Gojo, then Hase and Goto should have been there. Right. There was indeed a group of Genji warriors there led by Lord Hase and Lord Goto, along with a group of officers. But I'm sorry to report that the enemy wiped out more than 2/3 of them. I see. Then we will head out right away. Lady Medea, we must go. Coming here, Lord Suna. Lord Kintoki, I made rice balls for you. Alright, thanks. Make sure you guys eat up all you can too, Solo and Danzo. Wait, there's still more I need to tell you. One of the General Gods has taken the form of a great Tsuchikumo. And the other one, who goes by the name Kyo Taira no Kagekyo, is a true Genji killer. This is an affliction of mine. If I see Genji, I kill them. So don't growl at me like that, I can't help it. You may kill everyone we fight, except the Genji. Kill all you like, eat your fill. There, you see, you don't have to wait long at all. Although, something about this enemy smells, and pungently at that. You there, are you affiliated with the Genji? That form, that voice. Could they be... I'm Kato Danzo, servant of the Master of Chaldea. I'm also currently a guest of sorts at Lady Minamoto no Raiko's residence. It seems you consider the Genji your sworn enemies. May I ask your name? Corpse needs no name. Or so the other General Gods claim, but not me. Even as a corpse, I remain Kage-Kyo. Kage-Kyo. Indeed, I am Kage-Kyo, the Blade of Hatred. My Hasho Jojin name is Saikyo. Your name, my full name, is Taira no Kage-Kyo. Sorry, Kugami no Mikasa, but given how much this puppet stinks of Genji, it would seem that she too is my quarry. Oh. So, this must have taken place in the past. Oh. This isn't gonna be good. Danzo solo, huh? Lovely. 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 Oh. Oh, lovely stuff. Endurance battle. Strength versus Genji, yep. Defense versus Genji, down. All Genji must die, does not affect us. Okay, 1 turn evasion, 1 turn invincibility. Okay. I'm gonna go with nothing on the first turn here, so I can get a feel for the damage numbers here. Ouchies. Okay, synthetic limbs, mechanical. I could take another hit, but what is that? Attack down when sustaining attacks. That's not fun. And we're gonna NP here, so let's see how much we can gen. And then focus down the big guy. No crits, that sucks. You also have the armor on this stupid string, that's annoying. I honestly probably could take it down, but I don't want to be attack debuffed. I'm gonna risk it. Really, what is with the lack of crits here? I have such high start amounts, yet I don't crit once. Ow. 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 Okay, I got lucky. I got incredibly lucky there. I should have lost that. 39 health. Danzo came back looking beat the hell up. Sakya Taira no Kagekyo. As I thought, it seems the latest Hashojin is making no effort to hide their true name either. I expect that's owed to Limbo's supreme confidence in his pawns, but it's a showy, sloppy tactic. Still, it does work in our favor in this case. Now then, changing gears, how many of you already know who Taira no Kagekyo is? Not me, I'm afraid. Was he a warrior with Kanmu Heshi clan, perhaps? The traitors Lord Fujiwara no Hidesato faced during the rebellions in East Japan were prominent Taira warriors, but I've never heard of this Taira no Kagekyo. I've never heard the name before either. How about you, Kinta? No, never mind. Why am I even asking? Yep, no clue here either. Yes, Taira no Kagekyo is associated with the Kanmo Heishi, but not the one you know. They hail from over 100 years in your future and approximately 300 years before my own time. They are a survivor of the Genpai War who bears deep grudge against the Genji. I see, so this person is also from a time beyond tomorrow. Suppose we shouldn't be surprised, given that soul is from 1,000 years in the future. Still, I was unaware that heroic spirits could come from the future as well as the past. I have no idea. They were known as a palace guard, Akusuichi Kagekyo Kazusa, before changing their name to Taira no Kagekyo. Legend says that after the Genpai War, they swore revenge on the Genji clan for wiping out the Taira clan, in their efforts to re-establish the Kamakura shogunate. Welcome back, Yoshiki, welcome back. Nothing much. We just got out of dodge with Danzo, and are going to be going up against, Taira no Kagekyo soon. So that'll be fun, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, Taira no Kagekyo is said to have led attacks on Minamoto no Yoritomo, the founder of the Kamakura shogunate, no fewer than 37 times. Some legends even claim they were both monstrous and unkillable, even surviving decapitation. I'm certain that is who I encountered. As a heroic spirit, Taira no Kagekyo is like a living weapon that operates solely to annihilate the Genji. Unfortunately, the group of Genji warriors led by Lord Hase and Lord Goto were among the first to die at Kagekyo's hands. I see. So they killed every Genji warrior present. Indeed, the third of the force that survived was comprised entirely of Imperial officers. The moment the Genji warriors drew near Kagekyo, they dropped their sword and fell to their knees. It was almost as if they were offering their heads voluntarily. I suspect it was some ability Kagekyo possessed by virtue of being a heroic spirit. The Kagekyo Iso is the true killer of the Genji in every possible sense. They are your natural enemy, almost as if they are a poison that only affects the Genji. It doesn't matter how strong you are, if any of you get near Kagekyo, they will have your heads for certain. Though it's even another challenging battle awaits us. Thank you, Lady Danzo. We certainly would have walked straight to our deaths if it hadn't been for your warning. What about the officers? What became of them? Heian-Kyo is also leading a pack of Tsuchigumo, which the officers alone were unable to defeat. After making a strategic retreat, they gathered more officers and set up an encampment in Kamogawa Bridge that leads into the city. Heian-Kyo and the Tsuchigumo were moving fairly unhurried pace, so they arrived at the river later, and now, for some reason, they appear to simply be holding position, glaring at the river, rather than advancing. The hell? I thought the general gods were supposed to head right for Suzuka Gate. What is this Tyranno Kagekyo person got some fond memories of the Kamogawa or something? I'm not sure, but... There is one more thing, Master. Kagekyo bears a close resemblance to Lady Ushiwakamaru. Indeed, indeed. That Ushiwakamaru, yes. Yes, they were identical to my sensors. I would not be surprised if this Kagekyo was actually a manifestation of another side of Lady Ushiwakamaru, that she simply changed her name for reasons we don't yet know. That being said, Ushiwakamaru, that is Lady Minamoto no Yoshitsune, has never demonstrated anything like Kagekyo's talent for killing Genji. Definitely something more going on. Something wrong, Lord Soul? You seem pale. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I guess I did. Sui's this Ushiwaka person. Well... She's a Seiwa Genji hero from over 100 years in your future. That's probably the best to put. Minamoto no Koro Yoshitsune born Ushiwakamaru, she played a key role in the Genpai War that will occur approximately 200 years from now. She greatly admired her older brother, Minamoto no Yoritomo, the leader of the Genji clan at the time, and fought valiantly for him in many brutal battles. But in the end, Yoritomo branded her a traitor and had her executed. So she would certainly have a reason to bear a grudge against the Genji. So this Ushiwakamaru is also consumed by hatred, just like Tyranno Kagekyo. Hatred, grudges. These are terrible, horrible things. At times they even bear fangs here in the city. Bring disaster with them. I see, so our next enemy is one that bears a fiery grudge against all Genji. Then we have no other choice. If we Genji are powerless to stop this opponent, then it is time to stop worrying about our appearances. We will simply have to ask for help from the most powerful fighters residing in Kentoki. Yeah. You are to set off for Mount Oi immediately. And secure aid from the Oni. Oh, snap. Oh my, are you sure, Raiko? I thought you despised the Oni. Now you want Kentoki to ask them for help? I agree with Lady Raiko. Asking the Oni is a brilliant idea. The only ones in the city capable of combating a threat like this are the Genji. The officers just can't keep up. Oni, on the other hand, are natural-born fighters. And while there may not be many Oni in this time with permanent homes, we know we will find a great many of them on Mount Oi. Yes, an excellent choice, Lady Raiko. Thank you, Lord Saimei. I'm still quite far away, but I'll do what I can to reinforce the battlefield around the Kamogawa Bridge here. Whether this new figure is Kagekyo or Yoshitsune, there's no telling how long they'll stay put. Time is of the essence. Go on, Kentoki. We're all counting on you. Got it. Just because we're going to ask the Oni for help right now doesn't mean we can also lay a trap for them. They may not be eating humans any longer, but they're still Oni. It's only a matter of time until they harm more people. I'm the leader of the Genji, so it's my duty to... Raiko! Monjumaru! I know what it is you're thinking, and you don't have to think like that. You want to be a kind and loving mother, right? Then you can't treat your children's friends that way. I know you'll regret it later. I just know you'll regret it later if you do. Yes, you're right. You cannot lose sight of what is right and just. It would be wrong to betray anyone who has sided at us in a time of need. I will never be like Lord Tamuramuro, nor do I wish to be. Fight Genji Slayer with non-Genji warriors. Indeed. And I like that she's saying that the Oni are Kentoki's friends. I will never nurse a grudge of my own. I will never nurse a grudge of my own, be it against Oni or Tsuchigumo. However, that being said, killing monsters is the only way you have to ensure peace in Kyo. I'm a warrior entrusted with its defense, but I'm also a human being. And I have no desire to kill when it's not necessary. So this is a Raiko not hampered by madness. She doesn't want to kill unnecessary, and she will never hold a grudge. Madness enhancement does not do Raiko well, does it? Oni or not, they are still powerful fighters. Shuto was even chosen to be a master for the Imperial Holy Grail War. And there could be other times in the future when we may need their help. Nonetheless, I cannot be sure I will be able to keep my sword in its sheath around them. And Suna cut off Ibaraki's arm, just arm. Cut off Ibaraki's just arm the other day. I think that's a bit of sentence structure mess up. Ibaraki's just arm the other day. Does she have a just and an unjust arm? Interesting. This is some new lore about Ibaraki, apparently. That is why you are the only one we can ask to do this, Kintoki. Go welcome the Oni of Mount Oe into the city and convince them to fight this general god. Be they Taira no Kagekyo or Minamoto no Yoshitsune. You got it. I'll head there as fast as my legs can carry me. Soul Danzo, I wish I could say I can handle this all by myself. But I know I might not be able to keep my cool around shooting. Would you mind coming with me? Okay, no fight though. No fighty. I'll do my best. Here, I wrapped up race balls in bamboo bark. I also cast a simple stamina recovery spell on them. Please be careful, everyone. Thanks, Media. Alright then. Off to Mount Oe. I'm off to see the Oni of Mount Oe. Oh boy, to Mount Oe. Excuse me. And we're going to keep going with Kintoki and keep going with this setup. It seems to be working quite nicely. We will, though, swap over back to the Arctic uniform. There we go. Excuse me. Never seen the moon look so damn eerie before. It's even glowing a weird shade of red. Not to mention it's night all the time now, thanks to that Tree of Emptiness thing. Indeed it is. Red moons. Now that I can see that while we're way up in the sky. Are you just jumping, Kintoki? Keep your mouth shut, Soul. You don't want to bite your tongue. Maybe we should have stuck to running after all. Leaping up high is a good way to avoid monsters, but... he's just jumping from place to place. Huh? What is that? Means Master is fine with continuing to travel this way, Lord Kintoki. Oh yeah? Alright then, let's keep this moon-gazing journey going a little longer. Don't worry, we'll take a break before we head up the mountain. We're traveling like the Hulk would. Just crossing great distances in a single bound. Well done, Master. Let me scan your inner ears. Good. Everything seems to be fine now that we have finished our transit. We have arrived at the foot of Mount Oe, approximately 100 kilometers northwest of Heian-Kyo. I've already marked the Oni Castle's coordinates on my map, so it shouldn't take us long to make our way there. Yeah, I'll have some of the Media's rice balls now. Understood. Here you go, Master. I brought some water in the bamboo flask if you like. Would you also like a special Fuma-style Yorogan? I took the liberty of making some improvements to the recipe. Welcome back, Miss Goomba. Welcome back. Indeed, Media's pancakes would be awesome. But we're about to recruit the Oni. I'm sure this will go completely fine. And that Shooten won't demand to rearrange our guts again. I see. Man, those rice balls look good. Will you be eating yours too now, Lord Kintoki? No, I'll pass. We're already in Oni territory now. So I'll need to stay on my toes a lot more here than I do in the city. Well, no, that's not all of it. The truth is, it's better if I'm a little hungry for this. I don't want to accidentally use my full strength of shooting me into fighting again. Oh. We didn't come here to fight, though, Kintoki. Master is right, Lord Kintoki. We are paying the Oni a visit to request their aid in battle, not to battle them ourselves. I know that. I'm not looking to pick a fight either. But we're still talking about Oni, and Mount Oe's chock full of them. You know, maybe we'll give her one night with Kintoki, you know? Just one night with Kintoki. They both could use it, you know? You can't go for getting that, no matter what. That aside, it sure is weird that I'm setting out on Oe for once. Feels like everything's all backwards. Are you bopping me with a... Are you bonking me, Miss Goomba? So, you said they come down once a month, right? Why am I being bonked? I ship it. That's right. She steals things, destroys shrines, and generally gets up to all sorts of mischief. The first thing she steals is always wine, the good stuff offered up to the palace. Sometimes she'll kidnap a pretty lady and make her a cupbearer. Sometimes she kidnaps a guy and makes him do it instead. Shun sees something she likes, she takes it. Then she'll talk about how she loves moon gazing, but she also loves gazing at a pretty but she also loves gazing into a pretty lady's teary eyes. At least she's never brought anyone back to her castle, but even so, I always get chills whenever she kidnaps someone. Flashback. Shuten Doji. She's an Oni who lives on Mount Oi, though nobody knows when she moved there. Nobody knows much about her except she's real strong. We don't even know where she came from. All we really know is that she's powerful enough to make all the other Oni toe the line. I met her for the first time a few years ago. Her name means heavy drinker, and damn it isn't fitting. She's never not drunk. You can tell from the way she talks. Apparently she's the child of some super important god, too. The very first time I met her, this is what she said to me. Well, look at that. What in the world are you doing here? Kaido Maru of Ashigara? Oh, you poor thing, those Kyo warriors must have captured you, huh? Oh well. At least you got a nice new outfit, so it looks like they're treating you well. Hey, Kaido Maru. Do you still remember me? I'd never seen her before in my life. I'd run into other Oni, of course. There were a couple of them on Mount Ashigara where I grew up, way off in Sagami in the east. But none of them were Shuten. The ones I met were different. At least, that's what I thought. But then, it's weird. For some reason, she did feel almost familiar when I met her. It was probably just some weird kind of familiarity that comes with meeting another Oni. So I didn't bother saying that. Oh well, it's fine either way. Your eyes are really blue, aren't they? What do they call eyes like that again? Baby blues? Your eyes and hair go together really nice with the moon. And then there's those big, strong arms. You got Sekiryu's blood running through your veins, right? So then, they must be really hard to break, huh? I guess you and I are gonna have so much fun together. Aren't we, brat? That's how it all started. In practice, I guess it hasn't been all that long, but it's definitely been long enough for me. There is no telling when she might try to tear off more than just my arm. All Oni are mercurial as hell. One moment they're smiling at you, the next they're tearing you to shreds. They'll admire a house, then smash you to splinters. They'll take treasure they stole because they thought it was beautiful, then just crush it. That's why I'm always terrified whenever they kidnap someone. I know I have to rescue them as fast as I can. Because if I don't, it's just a matter of time till their heads get torn off. That or they'll get eaten alive. One way or another, they ain't getting out alive. That's just what Oni do. They can't help but rip even the things they love apart. So it sounds like Oni have a very difficult time showing their feelings, Kentoki. And honestly, given that you always rush to the aid of those kidnapped, it almost sounds like Shuten is trying to get your attention. You know? I could be reading things wrong, but it definitely sounds like Shuten is trying to get your attention here, Kentoki. Just saying. They can't but feel affectionate for the things they kill either. Talk about a pain in the neck. Still, so far I haven't heard about her eating a single person in Kyo. Lord has it she ate a ton of people before she started living at Mount Oe, but in Kyo, nothing. At least not yet. In fact, she seems to be only really get worked up around me and brother Usui. Apparently she hasn't so much as torn a limb off of anyone she's kidnapped. I don't know if that's just because of warriors are rescuing them before she can, or if she... Good grief. Good goddamn grief. There's no way an Oni and Genji could ever get along. I wonder... just how long is this weird connection we've got gonna last? Mass enhancement has no negative effects on Oni since they're all mad by nature. Well, it must only work for full-blooded Oni, because isn't Raiko technically part Oni or something? Technically, I feel. Kentoki, you sleepy sleep? No, I'm awake. No way I'm not enough here. I was just thinking about stuff. I think she and I probably... Never mind. Forget I said anything. So, you all done resting up? Then come on. The sooner we get to the Oni Castle, the better. Come on, Soul. Let's go, Danzo. Very nice castle. That is Rashomon, at the southern edge of Heian-Kyo Suzuka Avenue. Or at least it's very similar, though it also seems to have had some, unique design flourishes added to it. Well, ain't that a thing. Can't believe Shootin has a fake Rashomon built up here. Maybe we should figure the castle alone wasn't enough. Anyway, it looks like the rumors I've heard about the Oni being surprisingly good carpenters were spot on. What did you say, Ibaraki? What are you doing here, human? Hey there. Not here to pick a fight today. You must have noticed what happened to the sky by now, right? And you can't like that creepy blood red moon crab any more than we do. We want to fix the moon and sky, and while we're at it, save Kyo. That's gotta sound good to you guys too, right? And if that's not enough, there's also plenty of wine, gold, and rice for you too. Then again, maybe you only aren't got any real interest in rewards. Anyway, let's the deal, Ibaraki. How about it? Will you help us? Huh? What did you just say you want us to do, Heavenly King? Help us, please. We need your help to fend off a natural-born Genji killer. I thought that her Ushi goes inside was essentially an Oni part of her or something, based on how Oni are made back in this, how you could turn into an Oni or something. And that's why she was part Oni. You mean you're not here to hunt us? I thought you'd given up on playing with Shootin during the Imperial Guerrilla War. And that you just decided to turn it into an Oni hunt. Is that what this looks like? No, that ain't why we're here at all. Then where's Raiko? She's not here. Suna? He's not here either. It's just us. So how about it, Ibaraki? What'd you get shooting so we can talk? I see, I see. So you need our help, huh? Well, 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 is that so? In that case, I'd be more than happy to refuse. Foolish humans, you should have known better than to show your faces in Oni territory. And you came here to ask us for help? You'd be lucky to leave alive, and today you're not lucky. Heavenly King or not, it's still just you. There's no Suna or Raiko to bail you out now. Well, I guess you'd have a puppet and a brat with you, but that's basically nothing. I'm amazed you thought you could come into my new Rashomon like that. Hoshikuma Doji. Large hostile detected. Looks similar to the ones we encountered in Omaya Road. Told ya, we didn't come here to fight. Let's go, Hoshikuma. Tonight we'll be moon-gazing with the fresh head of the Heavenly King for a snack. Now die. Jeez, Ibaraki doesn't like talking. Maybe we should have brought some chocolate. She likes sweets, so you know, we should have just brought some sweets with us. Okay. Ibaraki and Hoshikuma. Well. And she has a guts. Fantastic. Well, I think we need to get rid of the guts wielder first, because she also has a buff on guts, I see. And we don't want that. We could probably afford to use monstrous strength here and now. And then just do a Buster Brave. We should have enough oomph to punch through. Or not. Wow, that's surprising. I guess I'm just used to the big numbers we got from the other fights we've been doing. Okay. Annoying. Dupe. Dupe. Won't NP yet. I'll save that for Hoshikuma next turn. It's one health down. Heal. And then do this one. And now delete Hoshikuma, please, Kintoki. Ibaraki is pretty much dead in the water. Golden Smash indeed. Alright, Ibaraki. Game, set, match. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Ah. Final bit of section 11. Let's go. Boop 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 boop. Shut up. Hoshikuma, damn you, Kentucky. How dare a mere human do that? Alright, I don't want to do this, but if I wake Kanekuma Doji... Ow! Hoshikuma Doji has been neutralized, and Ibaraki Doji seems to not be a threat anymore. It seems someone hit her on the head from behind and knocked her out. Probably just looked like a light trap, didn't it? Well, don't be fooled. If that had been Soul's head, it would have been burst like an overripe pomegranate fallen to the ground. Probably. Well, hi there. Lovely evening, isn't it? Not every night you could see the moon bleed. Sorry about Ibaraki. Things have been crazy up at the mountain, and she's just a little on edge. I'm kind of surprised she didn't just devour the little human on the spot. But then, maybe I shouldn't be, seeing as how you're here too, Baby Blues. Who knows? You trying to say mountain life suits me shooting? Please don't glare at me like that. It's so scary. You came to talk, right? So let's talk. Although I think I'd rather talk with the brat with the black hair than you, Baby Blues. What do you say, brat? Want to have a little chat? Or maybe you could share a drink. I've got some very sweet cake if you'd like. You know, now that I look closer, I can see it in your eyes. You've seen things I can't even imagine. Why don't I just gouge them out for you? Oh, come on. That was my best joke, you know. I'm pretty sure you've made that joke before when you were playing around in my guts. Haven't we known each other long enough for you to get my sense of humor by now? You're no fun. Alright, you can have this back. I may have gotten a little carried away and ripped it off. Accidentally, I swear. Okay, that's impressive. I was careless. Sure moved my right arm in the instant I moved to intercept her just now. Shootin'. Oh my, why are you looking at me like that? You frightened me again, you know. I just pulled a little harder than I meant to, that's all. Besides, I'd never break such a pretty puppet. Take a closer look. Her arm came off nice and neat, no? Master Lord Kentucky, it's alright. Shootin' Doji's telling the truth. She did remove my right arm, but I can still reattach it with... like so. There. Good as new. Healing spell for good measure. Thank you, Master. I'm truly in your debt. Good grief. Look, I know you well enough by now to know you must have been listening to our talk with Ibaraki. So what do you say, Shootin' Doji? Why, sure. Cool. Just like that. The mood was so tense a moment ago, and now... this is really happening. The Oni and the Genji uniting to face a common threat. That's exactly it. It's okay, Soul. Don't bother trying to understand her. There's no point in twisting yourself into knots over it. This is just how Oni are. Shootin'? Yes? Can I take that to mean you'll help us? Yes. Now that Paracelsus is gone and the Imperial what's it is over, I don't have much anything else going on right now anyway. So why not? I don't mind. Besides, it's been ages since we last played together. I wonder, when was the last time we fought together like this? Never. This will be the first time. Oh, really? Also, I'd better tell you this now. The enemy we'll be going up against is crazy strong. They're called the Hashojin. We already went up against 2 of them, and they were unbelievably tough. Even after beating them, I still don't feel like we won. Well, it's more like I still haven't been able to win against them. I fought them, sure, but it was Raiko and Suna that finished them off. Oh my, is that so? I never thought I'd hear you say anything like that. So you're saying you're not all excited to fight such strong enemies? Are you scared? Oh, poor baby. Well then. It sounds like this boy's a whole lot braver than you. Isn't that right, boy? Let's see, you said your name was Sol, right, sweetie? You're dressed like a grown-up and you're about the right age for humans to agree, but from where I stand, you're still just a baby. A kitten, a duckling, a teeny tiny child. You are, right? I can see it in all. I can see it all in your eyes, you know. Oh, Shujin and I probably got a bigger body count than you. Young but not a child, because we're totally not a minor at this point. You're adorable. That's exactly what every little kid says. I hate that they're insisting that we are a minor. Like, we've been through how many Christmases at this point? They can't just say you're a minor unless they're implying that you started Chaldea at 13 years old. You're adorable. That's exactly what every little kid says. I'm not mocking you, you know. Just the opposite, I'm complimenting you. You should be proud. You're still practically a baby. But you've got nerves of steel. She's got a reserve spot for us in her belly? That's terrifying, honestly. So tell me, why are you fighting this oh so scary enemy, So I can go home and take back the world. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it's so much more interesting than I expected. This child is something else, isn't he, brat? I bet that throat of yours must taste real nice given what comes out of it. And your tongue looks so nice and soft, too. No more jokes, Lady Shutendoji. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Before Shimosa, Shuten would have been fairly high up on the waifu rankings, but after Shimosa and seeing that she is truly a monster, you know, she's gone definitely down. Quite far, I'll say. No time for jokes, Lady Shuten. Aw, so mean. You two brat. I can tell you were just planning to cut off my arms. Damn straight. Be careful, you still have a head. Be grateful you still have a head. That's my friend. No, my boss you just threatened. There's no way in hell I'm gonna let you eat him. We need him alive and well. There's no point in you helping us at all. Fine, I got it. Goodness, you really are desperate, aren't you? The enemy really must be strong if they've got you on edge. She went up for more for you after Shimosa, Jisenjo. Yeah, just her monstrous nature. I mean, I've always sort of soft with Kintoki, but after that, you know, Kintoki can probably handle her. You know, I'm sure they'll be perfectly happy together. Alright, about them. Hey boss, seeing how you and Donzo were talking earlier, I'm guessing you Chaldeans know who this Sakyo person really is. You do, don't you? Then please, could you tell us more about them? Sure. I know exactly who Taira no Kagekyo is. I'm well versed on Japanese lore, after all. Alright, that is section 11, I believe, done. And now we're all the way over here. Good gracious, that's a long way. So I'm going to pause here briefly.